My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2, where I'm going to run it back. Oh, wow! I was about to say, well, it's not entirely running it back if you really think about it, because I don't have the Pyro Dominion. Yes, I do. Pyro Dominion. Remove training stewards and starting cards, immediately draw 4 packs. Double each card picked. There's also 2 copies of Fortify. 0 Ember to apply armor 8, 2 copies of Star Struck, 1 Ember to deal 5 damage on full moon, apply dazed 1, and the Selene Acolyte, 2 Ember, 2 Size, and Mage Blade 2. On full moon, sweep. Oh, hang on. And Savagery, Seraph of Savagery. Okay, much more manageable. Battering Ram, 2 copies of Rage Serum or 2 copies of Branding Right. I certainly don't want double copy of Battering Ram. That's something you get after you have a lot of armor gain, not a little armor gain. Rage Serum, really good for someone who might be sweeping, someone who might be multi-striking. Just good. And Branding Right. I'll take the Rage Serum. Planetarium, grant friendly units Conduit 5. So if Selene Acolyte is on a floor with a bunch of other units, they'll have a huge amount of damage from the Planetarium. As well as having a lot of magic power on that floor. I like the idea of having Selene with like 3 other units on the same floor. And then running like a magic power floor would be nice. But I don't want 2 copies of Planetarium, and that's not the only way I can get Conduit. I can also get Conduit from something like Glittering Draft, which offers me the ability to heal, something that's not really readily available otherwise. And Conduit 4. Versus Cosmic Block, which takes advantage of the Conduit we don't have. I'll take Glittering. Yeah, because I think I'm going to need a frontline unit like an Alpha Friend or something like that. It's a really good unit to hit with a Glittering Draft right now. Yeah, this is the problem. Nightingale, 1 Ember, 2 Size, Stealth 2, New Moon, Multi-Strike 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Because I'm gonna want either Selene Acolyte or Nightingale constantly active, so I'm gonna try and be shifting back in the other direction. 2 copies of Silent Sentinel frontline. Realistically, yes. Oh my god, it's Silent Sentinel and Alpha Fiend again. It's not actually what I was intending, by the way. It's just how it happened to shake out. Maybe it's those 2, and then a 3rd floor where I have the Hornbreaker Prince as the defender for the Selene Acolyte. Show me the artifact first. Friendly units gain Stealth 1 on Summon and Slay, plus 3 damage per stack of Stealth. That avoids a lot of damage, sure. As long as your floor is slaying consistently. I think Lightstone Casing spells gain an extra upgrade slot is a lot better here, though. It gives me the ability to give 3 busted upgrades to 1 spell, then dupe that spell. Which has a lot of a lot better of a trajectory in mind. I don't dislike the idea of going for the multi-striker, the brawler. Especially with the 2 Rage Serums already in the deck. Start a battle, enemy units appear on each floor, completely fine by us. Silent Sentinel, Selene Acolyte, and then I don't know, maybe it's just Alpha Friend. Oh yeah, because the Selene Acolyte's 2 cost. Woo. Really wish I was drawing Glittering Draft next turn. Alright. Throw a Fortify down on that bottom line. I'm gonna save the Glittering Draft for healing later. Thank heck I have Starstruck to be able to take out the unit that needs taking out. Can't remember its name at the moment. The Collector. Yep. Take 3 damage directly to my own Pyre, unfortunately. Glittering Draft arrives just in time for pretty much both of these floors. And I suspect I'll be much better off if I save the top floor. Whoa. Unfortunately, we drew Starstruck without the ability to actually daze an enemy. There we go. See, when it dazes an enemy, it does really well. I need a little control over the cycle, if I can get it. Ugh, it's got to be Ritual Battle. It comes with a Calcified Ember, but it's a great Lightstone Casing experiment. Bloody Moon is the same as well, but we want Meddler too. 1 Ember, 1 size, summon phase, ability manipulate. So every single turn, I would have the ability to... It either already is the right moon... Wait, hang on. Are you enough by yourself? Cooldown 2 phase. So it's New Moon. I summon you. You turn it into Full Moon. Next turn, it's New Moon. You use your ability. It turns into Full Moon. Turn after that, it's New Moon again. You don't have your ability. So you don't actually keep up with that. Granted, you're more consistent than most of our other options right now. But I feel like there's enough ways to actually get it that I don't need Meddler, but maybe that's... Bloody Moon as well, though. For all of the same reasons as I was pointing out last time. And even more reasons now that we have a Lightstone Casing. Second area Merchant Steel, Hellhound. Alright, I'm going Hellhound, it looks like. Oh, wow. -1 cost and Intrinsic, both on the same, is pretty good. -1 cost Intrinsic, and then Holdover, both on Bloody Moon. And then I just 0 cost it. Gives us the ability to, every turn, pretty much, kill 1 unit and gain 2 Ember. Steelworker. Just some support for actual, like, ongoing health would be lovely. -1 Pyre per turn, not too much of a problem. Steelworker with an Acolyte behind. Then a Hornbreaker Prince on the middle, waiting for an Alpha Friend to defend them. Nice, it's full moon, so the Selena Acolyte is sweeping appropriately. I do need to trigger the Bloody Moon though, so I'll save some HP on this floor by doing so as well. I really feel like an Alpha Friend should be defending on the second line, so I'll throw the Silent Sentinel on top. No one needs a Glittering Draft right now, so prevent 3 more damage from the Flagellant. Wait, hang on. I prevent 3 damage from that flagellant, but I also prevent that flagellant from dealing damage to itself. So perhaps I'll avoid that. Bloody Moon takes out that backliner. I think Ritual of Battle is probably necessary here. Pump the damage high enough that the flagellant's actually going down. Unfortunately, it does mean I've gone past both of my alpha friends without playing them. Ooh. Get rid of the Calcified Ember. Sure, I'll take 1 pyre damage for it, but it's worth it. Starstruck down. Alright, let's see if this maths. We gotta defend you. This guy's gonna hit the next line. The real problem with this guy is he's getting armor after every action, but thankfully, perfect. We have enough damage for it. Ooh, even a full moon days. Get him. So I definitely need to solve damage consistency. Now, damage consistency only really comes currently out of the Hornbreaker Prince getting as much rage as possible and then just conveying that with multi-strike, which is, it's fine in the interim, but it's not good long-term. Fledgling Imp, Molting Imp. Fledgling Imp on summon applies rage 5 to friendly units. Molting Imp does 8 damage to enemy units. Using a Fledgling Imp to give additional rage damage to Hornbreaker and Selene Acolyte seems useful. And I like having some imps in the deck at least. Moon Pixie. 1 Ember Conduit 3, Enchant, Grant Conduit 3. Very, very, very good damage for the Selene Acolyte floor. I'll take you for that reason. I'm going to try and create like an Imps and Fae line if I can. Merchant of Arms. It's definitely Merchant of Steel that I want to get at this point. Multi-strike and Smidgestone, you say? So multi-strike obviously incredible on an Alpha Fiend, as they are striking and gaining additional damage every time they strike. Smidgestone also pretty good on an Alpha Fiend who is 3 size by default. Let's check the Hellhorn Banner. Another Alpha Fiend and a Steelworker. I think I'm now out of size for units, realistically. Do I go capacity? That's a weird question. It would have to be capacity and energy, because I would still need the additional energy to be able to do my setups. But if I went capacity, I would be capable of overstacking, well, not even overstacking, just like Steelworker, Moon Pixie, Selene Acolyte behind. That's a lot of armor for that floor. No. I'm gonna take the money instead. I will hit both Smidgestone and Multi-Strike on an Alpha Fiend. And now my goal is to scale that guy to the absolute moon. Remove Lightstone Casing, gain 2 random artifacts. If I'd already triple upgraded a spell, I'd be very liable to do that. Instead, I'll take the Historian's Razor, recognizing that I'm probably not going to get too many non-boss artifacts in this run. Merchant of Trinkets in the second area, but I've really got to go to that Merchant of Magic, which is actually going to be good. I'm looking for upgrade to our... what you call it? Bloody Moon, zero costed, and double stack consume removal, obviously, for Rage Serum, double stack removal of cost for Ritual of Battle, those kinds of things. The standards. Okay, bottom line, gotta be Alpha Friend. You just need to be there so you can start scaling. And then I need survivability on that bottom line as well. Do I do that with Steelworker or Silent Sentinel first? Let's start with Silent Sentinel, Steelworker for the next line with Hornbreaker Prince behind. Selena Acolyte is not well set up yet. I will eventually manage to set them up well, and then they will do stuff. But for right now, not so much. I'm going to hold off on playing literally anything here. I could get the heals out of the Glittering Draft and get the Conduit down on the field as well. Actually, all right, I'll do that. I'll get 8 Conduit on the bottom line for the Silent Sentinel. The idea being that when I draw the Selena Acolyte for the bottom line, it will be a good play. Oof. Obviously, I can't play you on the top line. I will still take damage directly to the pyre after you die. But obviously pretty annoying to still have to play you. Let's keep Rage High there. Just gonna have to cycle this Calcified Ember one time, taking 5 damage directly to the pyre. It's the other, there we go, the other Silent Sentinel Alpha Friend that really want to hit that top line by themselves. Starstruck for dazing this line is huge. Just prevent 18 damage directly to the Silent Sentinel, please. Also, that spell weakness sets up a Bloody Moon to kill a target. I will fill out the top line this floor. Yeah, it's important. I can't take more damage directly to the pyre. Another Starstruck I can't use, but I can sack a Fledgling Imp on that line. It's good to see something useful like that going down. Just gotta keep the silence in the front line healthy. That's the only job now. I'm gonna use I'm gonna be using Silent Sentinel's heal next turn. So if I daze you, then shield, I will end up with more health. Courtesy of that. And Moon Pixie, you may as well go down on the next turn. Perfect. I'm going to use Bloody Moon just to get enough Ember to be able to play out Vengeful Shard as well as the Calcified Ember, and that's it. That's all they wrote, because the Alpha Friend is just doing so much damage. I need to find an equipment way to support that Alpha Friend. I need to be able to give it either another multi-strike, in which case I will start to be able to deal with 2 big dudes, or trample. Hello, the Ancients, Dark Deal. Welcome back, Dark Deal. 0 Ember to deal 5 damage, apply Rage 7 to a single unit. With Lightstone Casing, I mean, come on. Holdover, Spell Chain, and Double Stack. Like, you can do work. And we do need rage. We never don't need rage. Demon Friend. 4 Amber, 3 Size, already has Trample by default, but you're not the multi-striker growing your own stats. I'm not going to take you. I think I'm already, like, because you start with 4 minions, I think I'm already ahead of the amount of minions I want right now, so I'm just going to take money. This one's a concern. I don't think capacity helps me right now. I really don't. Especially with the Alpha Friend already in this position. Like, I need a defender for it, I need the Alpha Friend, and then I need Hornbreaker Prince on the same line, and then we just roll them out, basically. Selena Acolyte, you aren't really part of this build. Like, realistically, you should be. But right now, bottom line is Steelworker, the mini Alpha Friend, Hornbreaker Prince. Then the next line is Silent Sentinel, Moon Pixie with the Selena Acolyte behind. And then the final line is Alpha Friend and a Silent Sentinel, right? I think the additional Ember so that I can set up more of that on turn 1 is probably more practical right now. I was wondering about this. Okay, Wrathful. On Slay, gain armor 10. I could now use Hornbreaker Prince as the defender for one of my lines. In which case I would be able to have like Hornbreaker Prince at the front, then Alpha Friend behind, and then like Selena Acolyte in the very back line. Or I can get another multi-strike to be able to carry the damage further. With the amount of rage that I have in the deck, rage, these units, while you do have multi-strike, so you do care about rage a little, you grow your own damage. I think I care about rage as much as to draft as many sources of it as I have in my deck. Then I need the multi-strike. -1 cost intrinsic. I mean, that on Ritual of Battle is really good. -1 cost to... I mean, Ritual of Battle. But I'll -1 cost the Bloody Moon first. I don't want to roll, but I don't think I can afford it right now. Oh. Steward's Quarters for all of my train stewards. Boiler Room, gain 1 Ember when an enemy unit dies. Realistically, I don't want to take it because I do have that energy already, and I would rather use the room to do something more useful. Maybe I take Fight Club. It's just additional damage for the bottom line, and the bottom line right now is Alpha Friend, Hornbreaker behind a Steelworker. Yeah, Fight Club I think is totally appropriate. Reroll and then purchase something. It's unlikely I would be able to afford the things that I really care about. No more enemy units gain multi-strike. I just need to get more defense for the Steelworker. You need more health, realistically. That's a big thing. That's a big problem right now. Bloody Moon murders the backline. Then Moon Pixie sets up on the next. So we want the Hornbreaker Prince in the backline to clear up. This one always needs to exhaust both of its hits so that it can scale as much as possible. I'm gonna need additional armor for this Steelworker pronto. Oh, we drew both of our fortifieds. That's so good. I will have to use both of them, despite the fact that I will be losing... I will be sapped a lot on this floor for having done so. That said, it's entirely essential, so whatever. Bloody Moon again for the bottom line. Just keep it going. Starstruck with double dazed. I suppose I will double daze the next floor. Use Glittering Draft to keep you alive. Actually, no. I'll daze you. Because this next floor's health is fine. So you know what? No. I'm just going to try and save health on the Steelworker. Daze targets appropriately for that. That's realistically what I should be optimizing around right now, because as long as the bottom line doesn't die, I win. Throw a Glittering Draft on the next floor, why not? I mean, I don't even need to play the Bloody Moon this turn. I'm going to hold off just so I can draw as many new cards as possible next turn then. Looking for armor, ideally. Well, actually, you incant, so I don't want to do armor if I can avoid it. Applies Corruption 3 to our units on incant. That said, we've already got the kill, so I'm just going to let that roll out. Well. Impish Scholar, as I live and breathe. Bringing back zero-cost copies of Rage Serum is a great idea. 1 Ember, summon, return a random consume spell to hand. Moonrise, zero-cost consume, gain 1 Ember, phase to full moon. How often do I want to be in full moon? It's good for the Selena Acolyte, and that's the... Oh, and it's good for the Starstrucks. Good enough for me. I'll take Moonrise. Merchant of Trinkets and a Lunar Coven banner. The problem is the Empyrean Wells on the other side, and duping that Alpha Friend is huge. That said, there's some trinkets that are insane as well. Like, you know, the multi-strike for every demon, for instance, Gurg's Goad from Merchant Trinkets would be absolutely earth-shattering. There's so many Merchant of Magic upgrades. Okay, I've got to go for the Merchant of Magic. Spell Chain, sure. I would absolutely like the ability to Spell Chain my Dark Deal. Let's -2 cost and consume the Ritual Battle. I intend to obviously remove consume from it in a second. Reroll. We'll do that here. Holdover for Dark Deal, so now it's Spell Chain holdover. Oh my god, I've just got to get that double stack. Clearing Draft, Starstruck. I mean, Starstruck, realistically, I do want to play it every time I draw it. 10 additional damage for a unit on a Starstruck. Realistically, not that big. Unstable to remove 2 cards from the deck. Realistically, this should be cards that I just don't have the ability to actually field anymore. So, like, Steelworker, Alpha Fiend is 1 line. This is a problem. If I dupe another Alpha Fiend, like, where does my leader go? Where does my Hornbreaker Prince stand? How do I support the health of that bottom line better? Like, maybe the bottom line does need to be Silent Sentinel. Moon Pixie doesn't really make any sort of sense in this deck. It didn't at the start. Well, if instead of Moon Pixie, my second line also just has another Alpha Fiend in there, that's a lot better. Okay, let's get rid of Moon Pixie. Honestly, I could get rid of Fledgling Imp. I'm not really gonna have the opportunity to chump with it. I don't like removing cards that I just added, but Fledgling Imp is one of the worst sources of rage in our deck at this point. I couldn't have known at the time as I picked it up that it was going to be the worst source of rage in the deck, but it certainly is at this point. Because look at that Dark Deal, that's 14 rage a turn. Nobles enemy units restore 150 health when they move up a floor. Actually, probably good for me. It makes sure that my alpha friends will always have room to grow. Oh, perfect. Bloody Moon the backline. Intrinsic Rage. 24 additional damage for our Hornbreaker. We'll daze the enemy, gain some additional shields, and then I want to play Fight Club, but I should play both of the Calcified Embers out. When am I going to get the opportunity to purge both of those cards in the same turn? I think I have enough rage to be able to do that as well. Moonrise. I don't need to Moonrise. I don't need to Glittering Draft this turn. Oh, I really need additional card draw. So Bloody Moon to take down the backliner. And then... Perfect. Pump some additional rage on Hornbreaker Prince enough to push through the enemies here. And then I guess Glittering Drop for additional Mage Blade damage on this line makes the most sense. That top line, I'm going to have to cast a spell up there next turn. Okay, I'm not going to really be able to deal too much damage with the Lightbound Guardian there. I'll give you Spell Weakness just in case it helps. But I may end up taking a little damage there. Oh, I'm going to take a lot of damage. Because you restore 140 health when you move up a floor. I was wondering why they were so healthy on that top floor. It's because of that. Oops. Alas. It'll be okay. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles. Thankfully, it only does 3 damage, but it will do that 3 damage to me 4 times, which is more. Compared to 3, that's actually more damage. Pretty sure. I'll run my numbers again if you need me to. In the meantime, I really want to give more armor to the Hornbreaker Prince again, but how am I going to do it? Oh my god, I don't need... Oh no. Oh boy. That's a lot of corruption damage for the silence to be taking. I'm going to do that to pump some additional damage on the next floor, because we might need it. I don't get to survive many hits on this bottom line. Okay, we have enough to kill one of them. That's good. Let's just focus on the additional health for the next floor, because that'll be fine. That'll be enough. We don't need additional damage for the next floor. We literally just need additional survivability for that floor. Got 6 more reanimate coming up to this floor. All right. We did it. Fight Club. Glittering Draft. Hit him with face to New Moon. Oh, I don't want to give you rage. That would actually change the numbers. Multi-strike's so good. I would love to use Imp in a box. I absolutely can't use Imp in a box. Where would I play the Imps? Lunar Cycle staff on Moon Cycle. This equipment gains 1 damage permanently. I don't really cycle the Moon. That's not my bag. Escalation and Glittering Draft again. We'll be taking the money there. Merchant of Steel. Or Merchant of Arms. I will admit, removal from this deck is not particularly impressive to me at this point. I'm going to take Merchant of Steel largely... Oh, Switch, don't you say? Well, well, well. I'm going to Smidgestone Steelworker, and then Dualism Steelworker. Wait, no, hang on. That'll keep you alive on the first turn. Some enemies will roll in with enough damage to be able to kill our Steelworker immediately. How do I keep them alive? I currently don't have a good plan to. If anything, I should have hidden the small stone on Silent Sentinel instead. Give double armor to people. Additional health for one of the Silent Sentinels. There's the goddamn large stone. Should have gone on the Steelworker, obviously, at this point. Titanite for the other Silence, and some additional damage for Celine is fine. Narco gives us a couple of different tomes, including the Umbra tome. Apply Trample, which I will be taking. Very good way to make these Alpha Friends ridiculous. So the back line of the two Alpha Friends should be the trampling one. Oh, hell yes. We get the ability to daze you so that I get some additional health gain on the Steelworker. 12 additional armor to all of our units now. We grew 30 damage on both of our Alpha Friends on that bottom line just in that round. Perfect. Impish Scholar. Oh, you'd be getting Umbra. Interesting. Gimme. Wait, hang on. You are also probably the primary target for... Yeah, I can't even do enough damage to take out the Vampiric Cherub at this point. So I'll be pumping damage on you. There we go. Then chumping with the Impish Scholar. Then I can use Moonrise to get enough Ember to play the Umbra Stone. I don't know if I will want to draw Bloody Moon next turn. I suspect possibly not. So instead of playing this turn, I'll just let it lapse. Because it'll come back as soon as it needs to, but I do want to cycle through the deck a little more quickly. And I'm already going to be drawing my Dark Deal again next turn. Perfect. Okay, if I get like the Rage Doubler now, yeah, we're absolutely in the realm that I'll start doing that. I can't keep him alive. No matter who I stun. Wait, no. Stunning the Chosen Bastion was enough? I was certain the Steelworker was still going to die there, to be honest. So 6 and 8. Oh, right. 6 and 8 is 14, not 16, which is the amount of health the Steelworker will have. That's useful. I need more spells for supporting that Steelworker. Realistically, if I'm going to put them in the front line by themselves there, they need to be able to get healthy. And they can't currently. That said, I can use Dark Deal to take out both of the enemy backliners here and save its life this round, which of course we will do. Starstruck the boss. I'm gonna Dark Deal your pet and then Bloody Moon it. We're dealing 1,000 damage directly with the boss through all of this. Yeah, we'll be fine, I think. I think we might just get across the line. Everybody, welcome to the bottom line. How are you doing? I am here to ruin your day. None of my minions go down, but all of yours do. Oh, I don't even get to attack with the Hornbreaker Prince. Oh, the Alpha Friends have my back already. Hey, gotta say. Alloy the Ancients. Haven't seen Silver Ink before. 3 Amber consume... Oh, I've seen this once. From a randomized effect, I think. 3 Amber consume, apply attuned, and +3 magic power with the spells in your hand. Alloy of the Ancients. 1 Amber consume, apply armor 25. Yes, thank you. What was I literally just asking for? Pretty much exactly that. Limbo Souls for the draw. Merchant of Steel. Merchant of Steel. I suspect not, but I also don't really want the other side. This is difficult. I'm gonna hit up the Merchant of Arms. Yeah. Brawler 3. Up to Multi-Strike 4. I think that's 100% how we go. Empyrean Well. I mean, I would love another copy of Dark Deal. I definitely can't take it. Another copy of the Ritual of Battle, also not bad. I will say another copy of Steelworker, giving 12 armor to the same floor, also really good. I think another copy of Steelworker actually makes a lot of sense because it solves so many of our problems. The only problem that it leaves is that now I can't put 2 Alpha Friends on the same floor as 2 Steelworkers and then another unit behind them. Well, there is another dupe in the next area. If I wanted to hard commit, I could get ready to run a line that is 2 Steelworkers and then maybe 3 Steelworkers and 2 Alpha Fiends behind, so we get 36 shields per turn to all units on that floor. Realistically, that's still really... we could still lose our frontline unit, like, very easily. Merchant of Arms. New moon effects are always active. Silence gain. No. We're Selena, and we care about full moon. Meat shield, resolve to restore 10 health. Realistically, yes, obviously, pretty good. On what unit, though? I'm going to take a copy of it. Spell Sanctum, spells cost -1. No, I'll reroll that. There's the Void Armament. 3 Ember, Multi-Strike. Extinguish. Purge this unit from your deck. It's just, you don't have enough health to start the fight on the bottom line, Steelworker. So, like, a safe bottom line is, like, Silent Sentinel, Steelworker, Alpha Friend, right? And then the next line is... some more support as well. I'm going to take the Void Armament. It will be worth a while. I am going to dupe a... so the bottom floor is going to be Silent Sentinel, and then Steelworker behind, giving 12 armor, and then the Silent Sentinel only takes half damage and has the ability to full self-heal, so that's much more survivable floor. And then behind them are 2 Alpha Fiends. Then the next floor is a Silent Sentinel with the Selena Acolyte and I think I get another Steelworker. Non-boss enemy units restore 150 health when they move up a floor. Completely fine. I scale my damage really high. That very quickly shouldn't matter anymore. Silent Sentinel, Steelworker, then double Miniature Alpha Friend. Then Hornbreaker Prince on the second line, and we'll defend it with whatever I get. Yep, which is going to be a Steelworker. Bloody Moon takes out the back line. Meat shields will start keeping the next line healthy. Armor of the Ancients for a similar reason. Spell chain, Ritual of Battle. Wow, it's gonna restore full health when it comes up the floor as well. I think this Umbra Throne is probably gonna be most important to trample with this Hornbreaker Prince, rather, right now. Fight Club's not enough to take out the terrifying Amalgam on the bottom line yet. Ooh. Thank heck we have enough dark deals to get the Hornbreaker Prince to kill the second line. Good lord. That could have been spicy. One Bloody Moon will get us through that. Impish Scholar, I mean, I suppose I cast it. To chump for the second floor, I guess? Just another Rage Serum. I do want one of these to go down, ideally. So bumping both of the Alpha Friends by 5 Rage is enough to do so, and then I can spare the Dark Deal back up on the Hornbreaker Prince line. Don't need to use Glittering Draft, and I won't. We did it! We have managed to pass the 2 big dude check. I feel quite confident at this point that 2 big dudes is not a problem. Excellent. I will remove the Glittering Draft at this point. I should have removed the other one last turn, to be fair. Do I care at all about throwing a Void Armament down? Yeah, I'm gonna get another multi-strike. Why not? I don't see a way that my backline dies in this combat. All right. Good. I was admittedly a little tense there, wondering whether or not I had screwed my run, but no, we are completely fine. We are just going to absolutely thump them. I'll take my free 400 coins, thank you. Fire Chomper on Summon Game 4, Impeter Box, and Impressive. I'm leaning hard towards none of these. I'll take the money, thank you. Lunacy, Phase X times apply X Conduit. Don't really care about that at all. Cosmic Bolts, no. Eclipse Chamber, also no. None of you apply shield to my characters, which is basically the only thing I care about at this point. Speaking of, should probably hit up a Merchant of Magic to see if it can help me with that. Summon triggers an additional time, you say? I do like that. Gives the Imbish Scholar the ability to give us 2 cards? That's all it does. Wow. Increase healing from spells, start of the turn, fully heal champions. None of those are relevant to us, so I'll reroll. When it becomes New Moon, apply armor 10 to friendly silent units. That's reasonably okay just for the Silent Sentinel getting 10 armor from it occasionally. Dante's Footstool on deployment phase, draw a room card from the deck, reduces cost to 0, gives us the ability to draw Fight Club, which is good. I'll take those 2. Merchant of Magic, intrinsic -1 cost. Admittedly, intrinsic -1 cost on Alloy of Ancients is really good. Because now it will give me the ability to defend a Steelworker very, very quickly. Emberstone, negative costing for something. Admittedly, this isn't actually necessary at the moment on any of those. I'm going to reroll and look for something more impactful. Yeah, like remove Consume from Alloy of the Ancients. Now it's just armor 25 on Will. Pretty sick. Spell Chain. If I could Spell Chain and remove Consume, I would love to. But if I can only Spell Chain, should that go on the Alloy of the Ancients to set us up better on that first turn? No, I think a 0 cost cycling through my deck with 25 armor is going to be a hit. What do I do here? Is it maybe another Alloy of the Ancients? Literally just get some more shield running through the deck? Because after a certain point, that is the only thing that really changes anything for us. Whether or not I have enough shield to keep my frontline unit alive. My units enter with melee weakness too, which makes them even more vulnerable. Alright, buddy, don't kill my second line about it. Okay. Bloody Moon to take out one of the sweepers. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to jump block with the Selena Acolyte, which is okay, because I'm fine with getting rid of her. Oh, I know what I need to do on this bottom line. Okay. I'm gonna use Silent Sentinel. That gives all of you spell weakness. Then this Bloody Moon takes out the backliner. Perfect. So now I can get rid of everyone's melee weakness in a position that is controlled. Good. Very important. Still gonna have to jump block on the next floor. How do I feel about Conduit right now? It's good for my bottom line. I'm literally just gonna get them both out. Getting rid of that melee weakness for the bottom line is actually the game. Bloody Moon to take out your Titan skin bonus, thank you. How dare you buff your units? Also, I'm gonna Dark Deal both of the AoE units of this floor. With a Starstruck, actually. There we go. Keep my units alive, thank you. Steelworker that I would love to keep this other line alive, that unfortunately is going to fail. Yeah, unfortunately, triple damage on any of those units is going to kill them. Oh, boy. I guess I'm just using another Impish, well, Impish if it does turn up, but another Alpha Friend to chump block that next floor. Huh? That's so annoying. So, Seraph Eternus is going to hit the second unit that I put out on the floor. Unfortunately, Alpha Friend and Impish Steward can't both be played to the same. Impish Scholar could block the first attack. So could Alpha Friend. Both of them only block the first attack because they come in with Spell Weakness 2. So the first attack does 46 damage, which is enough to kill either of them, obviously. And then the second, Seraph Eternus attack, kills the Hornbreaker, which I really need not to happen. Littering Draft isn't going to change that. That additional health is also not going to change that. So I shouldn't play the meat shield up there, but... Yeah, this represents a problem. We've got two 500 health dudes, and they are gonna get to the next boss. That is just gonna be a problem for us. I'm concerned. Things were going so well. And now they're going no well. Right? That's not the card that I intended to have trampled, but it's fine. I guess I would prefer that. Okay, I'm going to use Starstruck to take out the big guy. Silent Sentinel, double damage him, and now I will Bloody Moon your sweeper. Get rid of him. Oi. Then... I guess I just want a Silent Sentinel to be able to block some of the damage. Now prevent some directed fire damage, but unfortunately I still take a lot. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I thought the bottom floor would be enough. I truly thought it would. Also, basically, never getting Starstrucks drawn on the right turn. I think the saddest thing is, if this truly got down to it, and actually managed to fight the boss, I do think it'd win. I am on Struggle Street recently, folks. Is it because I'm trying to use minions more and I'm not doing dumb BS with my hand constantly? Is that what's happening here? I'm playing too fair? That feels like that might be what's happening here. Alright, and here we go! Unfortunately, we will be killed by the Avowed Gladiator next time. As in, at the end of this turn. Hang on, if I... Because I want that bottom line to have the Void armament and thing like that, but like... I also don't like conceding. So, is there any way where I can construct a line here such that I can win this turn? That's the most health I'll be able to keep. I don't think it'll keep us alive. Oh, keeps us alive. We've got 2 health left. That's all you need. We're coming back. I mean, jeez. Is this actually gonna manage? Oh, it certainly doesn't look like it's going to manage. 37. I'll have to throw in some Dark Deal damage as well. Oh my god, that's literally enough. We've got it. No. Well, actually, that's the alpha friend I can't afford to lose, actually. That's... Yeah, that next line was didn't have a dude on it to stop the direct fire damage. I saw that it was showing that I killed the boss, and I was like, okay, so I guess it must be accounting for that. I guess maybe the combat doesn't doesn't finish on that floor. I don't think I had any additional units to throw onto that floor at that point in time, and I don't think I could have dazed him. I will tell you, I don't think that was going anywhere against the Titans at the very end, though. Good lord, I am having difficulty with this combination. I don't think we're at the point, at a certain point in all of my series, I try and go through all of the difficulties that are available, and then eventually I get to a point where I need to go away and do a lot of off-camera learning. I don't want to do that yet in this series, because there's still new combinations, like 180 combinations of different clans to be running. I think I'm just going to have to be much more considerate about whether or not my minion-based strategies are going to be capable of generating the amount of damage that I ultimately end up needing. Obviously, also, maybe a non-Pyre of Dominion run. It's very powerful, but oh boy, are you... Oh boy, can it be dangerous. Sometimes you do want those starter cards. A little bit helpful, those. Alright, let's head back to the outpost. I'll start thinking about how to do a next run, but in the moment, I'll say that my name's Rhapsody, the name of the game. Better believe it's been Monster Train 2, right? Top that series playlist for all my content in the Game Pass for the future. A special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully to see you all next time.